everyone has went soft on the internet.
Pause.
Social media really made a lot of these boxers soft.
Again.
Because they say, well, I don't really need to fight nobody. I just got to say their name. Sabril Matias, no one knew about him until he started calling me out. He just do the facts. You know, he could be an IBF world champion, but he's the most softest fighter in the division.
Pause.
Why I say that? Because one-dimensional to the point where Puerto Ricans, man, I tear they butt up.
Again.
Puerto Ricans are easy to beat, and I don't care if the Puerto Ricans feel some type of way.
Yo, fat feet, slow. Man, look, in Australia, that's a small little, that's an island very far away. I did not know flat-footed Mexicans were born in Australia. Zoo?
What the hell did you just say?
You wait.
Mexican zoo! What you gonna do?
I got a Mexican style.
Mexican zoo! What you gonna do?
I got a Mexican style, but Mexican styles are one of the greatest styles in the world, so don't be disrespecting Mexican styles.
I ain't lost to no Mexican. Do your research. Watch more tape.
Don't be running.
Watch more tape if you want to debate.
Don't be running.
I have not lost to no flat-footed, slow
Don't be running.
Mexicans.
What?
There are a lot of people was up in arms over what Keith Thurman said, what I just played. But I can't help but wonder how many people are going to be up in arms about what Teofimo Lopez said. Now, mind you, this isn't the first time Lopez has said something that some people might find racial, some people might find disrespectful, and I can't help but wonder, would it be looked at the same way as what was said out of the mouth of Keith Thurman? A lot of Mexican fans felt disrespected that Keith Thurman basically described Mexican fighters as flat-footed and slow. Now, I don't believe all Mexican fighters fight like that. I do not believe that at all. But that does describe some of them. Let's be clear. He jumped out the window and said Puerto Ricans are easy to beat because they're one-dimensional.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And definitely slapped a soft label on Matias. And you can also maybe point out the fact that some of that venom was spewing at Ortiz, who he's fighting in a couple of days, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I looked at his resume. Who's the Puerto Ricans that he fought on his resume? Now, I know Ortiz is somebody he fought in the amateurs, but I didn't see any Puerto Ricans on his resume. Teofimo only got like, what, 20 fights? Something, maybe a little less than that. He ain't got a ton of fights. I sure did. Ran down his resume. I saw a bunch of Mexicans, a couple Brazilians. Martin, he's a Spaniard, so I mean, be honest. Boxing been racist, or at the very least tribal. I mean, what about when Eddie Reynoso came out after Oscar Valdez's defeat against Shakur Stevenson and said that black fighters are dirty? You know, how they just want to throw a jab or two per round. But in Eddie's defense, he also came out at another time and said black fighters have the most difficult style and are the best boxers. But what about what B-Hop and what Devin Haney said about fighting white fighters?
I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me.
You are so weird. He has to say the weirdest things, man.
I will never lose to a white boy in my life. I don't care what nobody got to say. Listen, can't no white boy beat me on any day of the week.
I'll say probably about half the people that saw Devin fight Lomachenko thought he lost. And who could forget Sergey Kovalev pointing at his son in a picture with a monkey on his shirt, then with it written at the bottom, Adonis looks great, with his supposedly up and down, because I don't think they ever fought, but when him and the Adonis Stevenson were supposed to be getting in the ring with each other.
Bro, I'm out, man. I'm tripping.
I mean, it's all kinds of moments in boxing where we can point to and you know, argue that it was racist or whatnot. But as I said before, at the bare minimum, boxing is tribal at the bare minimum. If you don't want to call it racist, at the bare minimum, you got to call it tribal, because people root for their own kind. Mexicans tend to root for Mexican fighters. Blacks tend to root for black fighters. Whites, white fighters. Puerto Rican fighters. I mean, that's normally how it goes. Irishmen, Irish fighters. I mean, you know, British fighters. Russian fighters. That's just what it is. I don't think boxing will ever get out of that. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have people from other races that don't root for other people that aren't their race, because hey, I know I'm a huge Canelo Alvarez fan. I'm a Floyd Mayweather fan. Heck, I'm a Teofimo Lopez fan. I'm a Keith Thurman fan. I'm also a Tim Tszyu fan. But see, my thing is, I'm a fan of boxing. I don't necessarily stick with boxers per se. I do have some of my favorites, but at the end of the day, boxers come and go. If you're truly in love with the sport, all that racist stuff kind of go out the window. But that's just my opinion. You give me yours. This Head Busting Boxing's own Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Is boxing racist or is it tribal? And if it is racist, will it ever stop being racist? Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. This Head Busting Boxing's own Fight Doctor. I am out.